From the roots to the writers, welcome and welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon. You are watching Root Rider Television, and, so another season of Legend League has wrapped up. And yes, I'm going to show you how to get to 6,000 trophies in Clash of Clans. And obviously, it requires more than spamming Root Riders, although that is probably the most of it. But no, at the end of this video, I will show you where I ended up this past season in Legend League, one of my all-time highs, and it certainly could have been higher. Now, the beauty of my Legend League push is that it only took place during the last 10 days of the season. I did a fraction of the number of attacks that most players that finished at my level did, because I knew that once I hit a certain trophy number, that I was going to start to tread trophies or tread water, not going to get much higher. I know where my skill limitations are, and more importantly, my defensive limitations, and that is probably the key to getting to 6,000 trophies. Because let's be honest, Root Riders are indeed extremely strong in combination with the hero equipment, and grabbing 3 stars against even a well-designed anti-Root Rider Town Hall 16 fully maxed out base is not really that difficult. Although I will admit that later on in the season, around 5,800 trophies, I did see fewer triples. I wasn't tripling, I wasn't getting 320s every single day, I will admit that. But like I said, defense becomes so much more important up here at these really high trophy levels that you need to have multiple bases to work with, and you need to be ready to switch on the fly if a base isn't working for you. Rarely will you ever see a 6,000 plus player using the same Legend League base more than one day at a time. Now, that being said, I did use the same Legend League base for almost this entire trophy push, and that is a good shoulder to blame me not getting to 6,000 trophies myself this past season. But we will also share those defenses and some incredibly successful defenses using the base that you probably could guess. Watch for tomorrow's episode for that. But here we go. We're wrapping up the Legend League season, and Galadon is still averaging, I would say, around 5,800 trophies. I'm averaging 5 triples a day. The rest of them hopefully are in the 80s and 90s. Not always. I had the occasional 1 star, as I think most players do. But again, I only consider myself to be maybe slightly above average when it comes to skill. And again, I know many of you are arguing that there's no skill involved in these attacks, but I would say spell timing and placement is always going to be an issue. So here we go. End of the season. Galadon wraps up. There's the reset to 5,000. 5,784. Not my highest ever, but probably one of my highest modern day finishes post Operation Blue Skies. Players, of course, well above 6,000. Congrats to Klaus on 6,399 this past season. And yeah, but also look at the 279 attacks. For most players in Legend League, unless you are farming, or of course nowadays you're after that ore bonus, there's really no sense in conducting all 8 attacks every single day. And as you can see, even though I finished nowhere near the top 200, it felt good to grab over 700 of those completely useless Legend League trophies, and now I have 27,438. Come on, Clash of Clans team! Give me a Legend League trophy shop. Just let me buy some cosmetics. I mean, come on. Otherwise, they're completely useless. Yes, for now, Root Riders still rule the day, and what will happen, we never know, but definitely there are changes on the horizon. Thank you, Galafam, for sticking around all the way to the end of today's episode. Get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, week, month, and year. Be kind to other people, animals, and the planet. And of course, I hope to see you all back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Wait a minute. You said how to get to 6,000, yet you can't do it. Well, what's the problem here?